you've told the story before about what happened on the day you guys got married. Wasn't there some guy run into you or something like that?
Yeah, we
On
had
the way down there.
down below Cape Girardeau, between Cape Girardeau and Saxton. He was a guy. I had a 49, or wait, what? 39 Packard convertible.
Was that the one with the one headlight in the front, or?
No, it has two headlights,
Oh.
regular headlights, and I had on the back of that, it had good lights, and then they was extra great big red light, S-T-O-P wrote on that.
It had the word "stop" written across it.
Yeah, but anyway, my car, that thing would kill out pretty easy, you know. And it started raining real hard past Cape Girardeau there, and I was driving fairly slow, but it drowned it out. And I kept, most of the time you could keep it running a little bit, and it would pick back up and start hitting, but it didn't that time. It killed out, and I was afraid to pull off on the shoulder because it was mud.
Yeah.
And I'd have buried it if I'd have did that. And I didn't see no cars behind me. And I tried starting it, well, it just kind of like that, you know. And I looked, and here I seen a car. Oh, there was a little bit of a hill way back from us. I seen him come over there, and I said, well, here comes a car. I said, I don't know what we're going to do, because
well,
he
you did think fast. He put his gear out of gear.
I put my car out of gear, and because I could see, I said, that guy coming pretty fast. I said, I'm afraid he's going to hit us. And, boy, sure enough, wham! Boy, he hit the back
he
end
had
of
a
that.
brand new 50 Pontiac.
Yeah. Packard.
Packard? Okay.
Oh, they're both Packards?
That's
Yeah.
right, that was a Packard, you're right.
Who made the Packard? That's not a Chevy or something, is it? That's its own brand, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was a heavy car. Could be at the size of the heavier Mercuries or the bigger Mercuries and stuff like that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Did it mess this car up pretty bad, or is it?
It did. Our back bumper dented it in, beat it in a little bit,
And the trunk.
and that busted the trunk lid latch a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But it just practically tore the whole front end off his car.
Now, were you in the car when that happened, or
Yeah,
did you?
we was in the
You
car.
were in the
when it
car.
was, you know.
Grandma Holmes and
But the
Gerald
first
and
comments, the old highway patrol, boy, that really helped me. The old highway patrol walked up and looked at that, you know, looked at the accident, and he asked that guy, he called him by name, he knew him. And what happened? He said, I said, hey, come over there and hit the guy, hit him in the back, you know. And why did you do that, or something like that? The officer said, well, I didn't see him. He said, you mean with taillights on it like that car's got, you didn't see it?
But the funny part was,
real funny.
he got out of his car, come up to Dad's window, and he said, he had a big 10-gallon head on. What happened, partner? Dad says, well, you damn fool, you hit me.
What happened, partner?
Yeah. But he had a little girl. They had been to see his wife at the hospital. He had a little girl in there, and they didn't get hurt.
Wow. Now, how is that? These days we have all these safety seat belts and safety requirements and everything, and back then, I bet none of you were wearing seat belts. And,
Well, they didn't have them.
Beverly got
but I guess the cars were a lot heavier
Beverly
and
got her
bigger.
lip cut. The policeman asked, did anybody get hurt in here? And Beverly said, yeah, I cut my lip. She's about 5. So.
Well, boy, that's good.
That's funny. A lot of things happened on that, and then we went on down to my mother's house and stayed all night there, and got in the car and went over to Pocahontas. That's where we got married. But the time we got there, it was just pouring down rain. I mean, it rained, and Pat's hair was down like that.
Well,
On her wedding
I
day.
had long hair, but it didn't look that bad. But
No, it didn't look bad. You thought it did. All you was worried
But didn't
about
you say
your
something
hair.
about your wedding dress got dirty,
yeah,
or?
yes, when Beverly and Gerald, I had it hanging on the side there, and I had a bag over it. But Beverly and Gerald, and being right in the back seat and whatever in hell somewhere, and they got their feet muddy, and they ruined the hem of my dress, so I did have another nice dress and I wore that.
Yeah.
But what was funny, that too was, people just think if you get married young, you must be pregnant, you know.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the couple in front of us, she was very pregnant, and he had blue jeans on.
Uh-huh.
And then we got married second. I suppose that judge is thinking, you know.
Probably you're pregnant too.
Yeah, but I wasn't.
And my mother, you know, she at that time she had to sign for me because I was 18, I wasn't 21,
Uh-huh.
and of course Pat's mother, that's why she went down with us so she could sign. And I bet a lot of people thought both mothers in there was a shotgun wedding, you know, but
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
We was really getting word. We was married. How long was we married before you got finally conceived?
It wasn't that long.
It's-
Polly was born about a year and a half after we were married.
Well, okay, take 9 months off a year and a half, and you only went 7 months, or no?
That'd be about 9 months it took you to.
He was full-time.
Yeah. But
Huh.
anyway,
But
it
my
was
mom-
an adventurous trip, I'll tell you that.
But it was a nice trip. See, my mother hadn't been back to Arkansas for a lot of years, and that's where she was from, so
Was that the first time she met Dad's mom?
yes. And then she went and stayed. She had an uncle and an aunt, and she got to go see and stay all night with them.
Yeah.
She hadn't seen them since she left there.
Oh.
And so that was nice for her to be able to go there and see, you know.
Yeah.
And
Was
this-
that the first time you had met Dad's mom?
No.
Hmm?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That was the first time you had met his mother, huh?
And then, of course, I slept with Mom and the kids, and then Dad slept in another room and whatever.
Where is this? Where are you sleeping?
In Mom's house.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought her house was just nothing but a clapboard kind of a shack, right?
Well, it wasn't.
It's
It had
kinda-
bedrooms.
it was, it had
bedrooms
beds in it.
And a kitchen and a living room, but there was no insulation, there was places you could see through the cracks where the boards didn't come together really good, you know, and whatever. She had some siding on there, but nothing was, you know. And bless her heart, I don't know where she got the money, but she made us biscuits and gravy and bacon and, you know, and all that for breakfast that morning when we got up.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where the money came from. Maybe Bo came down and gave it to her or something. And then we got up and went over to Pocahontas and we got married. And then that night we stayed with Bo and Lorena. That was my wedding night, our wedding night. Well, to begin with, Bo and Lorena went to town and we babysat Wayne.
On your wedding night?
Uh-huh. He was in a wagon. He had broken both legs in a tractor accident. And so we stayed, he was 5'2", I think. And so anyhow, we stayed home. They went to town to do something anyhow. Then they started telling us, and Dad really, I don't know if he believed it, had me believing it, because people shivaree down there. You ever heard of that?
Shiverino.
Shivaree.
Chivalry.
They shivaree you.
They usually newlyweds, what they do, they, instead of just having a regular party in a, you know, like they do, they shivaree them. They wait till after they go to bed. Boy, I mean, everybody in the community will gather up there at that house and they'll shoot firecrackers and
Not just that.
won't let them sleep all night. A lot of times they'll even, the women will take the bride off one way or to somebody's house and make her stay all night, and they'll take the groom the other way. The men won't let him be with his wife
Oh,
first.
I see.
So he's told me that, and I didn't sleep that night. I was scared to death they were going to come, you know, and get us and whatever. This is all new territory to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Yeah, down there it was kind of traditional. A married couple, they had to fly the coop right quicker. Don't let them old farmers get hold of them. They'll separate them, won't let them stay all night together.
Yeah. That's probably why people started going off on a honeymoon, to get away.
Probably because that was not uncommon. They ride the guy on a rail somehow.
Oh yeah, they'd always say they would. Sometimes they'd get him a rail kind of, and they'd throw him on that, and they'd ride him, bounce him up and down the road on it.
Then the next morning, Aunt Lorraine, here I am. I'm 16 years old, and I'm not used to sleeping with a man anyhow. And here comes Lorraine and Fred, her first husband, and they wake us up, and they're standing at the foot of the bed, and here I am in bed with this man. I'm 16 years old. I was so embarrassed.
Because you're in bed with a man, but you're married to him.
I know it, but You know, I'm just a kid, and
Yeah.
I didn't feel right about it. And they were just teasing us and whatever.
Oh boy.
And then, another thing, during the day, Lorena had fixed a big meal, and all the women were gathered in the kitchen or whatever, and everybody was doing things. And Dad was out in the yard talking to the guys, and I walked out there because I wanted to be by him, and he said, "Go in the house with the women." I don't want to. It's not right. You don't do that here. He said, "You don't come out with them. You go in the house with the women." I was really hurt about that.
Really?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.